Okay, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss show. I don't know, like this video, it's when a video is just so cringy, it leaves you no other choice but to just be mad. Like, not even be mad at the person that made the video, but just to be mad at the parents. Like, parents ain't got enough control over their kids on the internet. Kids are just doing whatever they want to do on the internet, and it sucks. It honestly, it sucks. Like, it's just, I remember it was at a point in time where kids, like, a lot of kids wasn't really on the internet, but it seems like now it's like that's all we see on the internet. It's like, man, I wish it was like 2006. So it's like internet wasn't, because no, like, I remember back when I was a kid, like, there was no kids that had MySpaces, Facebook, Twitter accounts, YouTube channels, none of that stuff. It wasn't until they got maybe a little bit older. It probably slid with some parents and stuff, but slid or slide, I don't know. It's probably, it didn't sound right saying it probably slides with some. Alright, no, you know what? Rewind. It probably slides with some parents. Okay, yeah, that sounds better. I feel like you placed the words correctly and things. Look, even though I might have been born in America, I swear I'm foreign. There's times when I'm saying things, I'm like, that don't sound right. Like, I know that it doesn't sound right, but I feel like most, like, foreign people, they're just like, oh, I don't care. I just got bad English. Like, I do got bad English, but I know how to correct it, at least. So, anyways, but, yeah, kids don't need to be on the internet. I made a video talking about that on my YouTube channel. I'm like, because, no, kids just don't know how to act when they get internet access and stuff. So, overall, yeah, I seen this video, moments before I had I started doing the recording for this episode for my podcast. I watched this video, and it was this, like, some random kid, like, within this, like, fan base that just has this hatred out for me and stuff. But he made this video pretty much repeating everything that everyone else is saying. But it's like, bro, why? These videos have already been created. What have you done? You've done absolutely nothing. Do you really think because you came out with your video that I'm going to have a change of heart because you got, like, the high-pitched voice going on? I don't care whether it was Darth Vader or, like, a 5-month-old child that somehow knows how to talk and things and somehow knows about me, in my YouTube channel before he knows his own family and all that stuff. I really don't care. I've came to the point, whatever haters guys say about me or whatever lies they want to make up about me and stuff, I don't care. And it was funny that he said that in the video. He was just all like, he said, oh, if I react, I don't plan on reacting to his video. I'm like, video was stupid. I'm like, that I will not react to that video. There's a bunch of other videos I can react to. I'm not gonna see. That's how you know, like, a person is growing. That's how you know a person is, like, you should probably, like, if this would have happened maybe a while ago, like when I originally started getting hate, I probably would have reacted to it. But now I've came to the point where I'm like, no, it's just not even worth the time. It's a waste of time. I could use it, like, recording something else and things. Like, no, I'm not gonna do it. But no, the video was just stupid. Like, I watched it and I'm like, bro, he's all like, oh, I'm trying to be polite and things. I'm like, no, you're not being polite when you're just giving, like, you're, like, pretty much spreading the message like, hey, there's this YouTuber that's getting a lot of hate because of these reasons, so if he doesn't listen, hate on him. Like, it's just stupid. I'm like, I don't know why these guys are so caught up with my videos. That's how it honestly has been with a lot of, like, hate that I've gotten on YouTube and stuff, and that's what this whole episode is overall about. Pretty much a super long story time, multiple stories, all talking about the hate that I received on YouTube. I think I kind of did something like this. I don't know. I might have left some things out, but if I did, then I'm going over it all over again. I might add some things. I might take out some things. Overall, I remember all of the hate that I've ever gotten on YouTube. I think, yeah, this one, there's some, I think if I did do this probably before, I didn't talk about, I think it was like the last hate that I've received that's been lasting for 4 years now, but anyways, so, starting in 2015, because it seemed like throughout the years, like, I've gotten, well, actually, no, past 4 years, it's just been from one guy, but, prior before that, yeah, it was, yeah, because it was, like, 2015, 2016, I dealt with some hate throughout that time, but, so no, in 2015, first person to ever hate on me, it was this guy. I don't even think he's not even on YouTube anymore, but there's this dude named, Clockwork Cyborg. So to give you guys a backstory on that, So he, I think, was a hater of another YouTuber named CJ So Cool. So I'm a fan of CJ So Cool, and so anyway, CJ So Cool did this like prank video where I guess he broke up with his girlfriend and things, but it was a prank. I think it was like an April Fool's prank or something like that. So anyways, actually, you know what? No, because no, I started doing reaction videos well after. Actually, yeah. No, it wasn't an April Fool's prank. It was just like, I think it was just a random prank and stuff. But anyways, so yeah, so anyways, so CJ So Cool did this prank video, and then Clockwork Cyborg, he was like all in the comment section of all his videos talking about, oh, I did a video about CJ So Cool's breakup, and he was doing that in like every video and stuff. So I can't remember how we came across each other, but I do remember I think I was the first one to throw the punch. Like, I made the first video and stuff. So anyways, then he made a video about me, and then yeah, after that it was like a bunch of his fans was like overall hating on my channel and like hating on my videos and stuff. And I'm like, and then yeah, it was just going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth and things. And so there is another person that I'm gonna probably mention right after this, and he was kind of hating on my channel. But anyways, so I had came across this, well actually no, I'll talk about that kid afterwards and stuff. But anyways, back on Clockwork Cyborg. So yeah, me and him, we're going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And then one of his fans pretended to be a family member of mine. And that's where I kind of got like pretty upset, because I'm like, why? What's the reason for this? Like, they, no joke, got a profile picture of my family member and was in the comment sections like pretending to be them. And that's where I'm like, nah, you guys have crossed the line. Like, I seriously will say some things that hurt your guys' feelings. Like, I will make y'all cry on the internet. And I'll get to it. I'll get to it, how I made somebody cry before on the internet and things. I made actually a couple. Well, no, I wouldn't technically call the second person crying, but he did, like, go off in the video and things. But anyways, so I know people are like, you made somebody a kid, too. It was a kid, too. But anyways, so, yeah, they pretended to be my family member. I snapped, went off on everybody and things. And I told them, like, if y'all want to play this game, then I'm like, then we can go ahead and play this game. But I'm guaranteed, like, I'm leaving each and every one of you guys crying. Like, I'm going to emotionally hurt some people and things. And I really don't care what happens to me afterwards. Like, that's just overall who I am as a person. You cross me or you cross the line, like, I'm going to do and say some things. So, just, I'm saying, like, for the people that know me, like, be prepared. Because seriously, I hit you where it hurts. And trust me, I know. Alright, so anyways. So yeah, they did that. I snapped, went crazy on everybody and things, and then that's when they had backed off. They was just like, oh, okay, he's being serious and things. So they backed off. Everything has stopped. Me and the Clockwork Cyborg guy, you know, we, I guess, like, kind of in a way shook hands, even though I think he lived overseas and I live in the States and stuff. So anyways, yeah, we, you know, called the whole like beef thing off. And then that was it. That was me and Clockwork Cyborg. That was the end of the beef. But throughout that beef, which is leading into this next beef, so Clockwork Cyborg had a fan named Glenn Gregan. Glenn Gregan had to have been one of the most annoying. He's up there. He's probably like, he's definitely like top 5 people that have annoyed me on the internet and stuff. So Glenn Gregan, he was a fan of Clockwork Cyborg, but then when I had started making videos attacking Clockwork Cyborg, and then plus there was like other YouTubers making videos attacking Clockwork Cyborg, because he like beefed with a lot of people and stuff. So anyways, the fan of Clockwork Cyborg stopped being a fan of him and became a fan of me. I didn't really see that as a problem, but now I'm like, I don't trust people when they do that. It's shady. It's like, it's kind of like in a way of cheating. You know how like you won't trust that, like, because no, here's the thing, here's my little advice about cheating. If a girl cheated on her boyfriend for you, has it crossed your mind that she'll do that very same thing to you with another guy? And that's overall where I'm like, okay, like at the time being, I'm like, dope, I'm getting that. Yeah, that was like at a time where I was like, you know, kind of like rising and growing. I remember there was this YouTuber, he had like, I think over 100,000 subscribers at the time. He shouted me out my channel. I remember, I think it gained like over 1,000 subscribers that night. So I was like, you know, it was pretty cool and things. I was like kind of rising and growing a little bit on YouTube. Still am, but anyways. So yeah, that happened. And then, yeah, Glenn Gregan, at some point in time, he came onto my channel, started commenting on my videos. No biggie. But then he started getting annoying with his comments. And that's why I don't like when people leave, like, a mass amount of comments or something on my channel. Because I'm like, yo, stop that. Like, I seen the first comment. I don't need to see, like, 15 more comments following it saying the same thing. Like, yo, chill on that. So... anyways, I remember, I'll never forget that day. I remember because he really wanted me to react to this video about like ponies killing each other and stuff. So, yeah, I was going to and things. I really was. And then, I think that was the problem, was that I had already seen the video. So I think I had seen the video prior before I was like, you know, doing reaction videos and stuff. So anyways, I remember it doesn't even take that long for me to go from downstairs to my room. It's like less than a minute. It's definitely less than a minute. So I'm trying to figure out, how did this kid, throughout the time I went, and it wasn't even like I took a lot of time like downstairs. Like, I remember I replied to one of his comments saying, yeah, I'll react to the video. By the time I got upstairs, he had left like a bunch of other comments and stuff saying the same exact thing. And I'm like, dude, you don't need to, I seen the first comment. Like, chill out on the comments. Like, I don't need to see all of that and stuff. So, anyways, yeah, so I told him, I'm like, oh, I had already seen the video. I'm like, I ain't gonna react to anything. And so then he sent me another video. I'm like, alright, I guess I'll react to that. And the video was stupid. Like, the video was seriously dumb. Like, it was just a sequel to that video. And I remember I seen the first one and I didn't really think too much of it. But then I seen the second one. I'm like, bro, this is like, I don't like this video. This is stupid. And so I didn't really have much of a reaction to it. Like, if you watch my reaction videos, I'm always having like some sort of wild reaction, or I'm laughing, getting mad about something that's happening in the video, or talking about something, or telling my story about something that I seen in the video or something like that. I'm overall giving off a legitimate reaction. In that video, I did not give out a reaction at all. Honestly, I just sat there and was like, there, you happy? I reacted to the video. Like, now stop asking me and stuff. But then I didn't like it. I'm like, nah, this is not who I am. So I took the video down. Kid snapped, went crazy. Then he stopped being a fan of me and started being a fan of Clockwork Cyborg. The person that he just stopped being a fan of just so he could be a fan of me. So I'm like, this kid, he's like, his like brain is matched differently. I don't know what's wrong with him, but he's weird and stuff. So anyways, then it got to the point where he was like flat out just like hate. So he was going like back and forth, but like being fans of the both of us and things. And I told him like, no, bro, like, no, you've done this one too many times. Like, first time forgiving, but nah, like second, third, fourth, fifth, 9th, 10th, 11th, 20th time, like, nah, bro, like, you're gonna have to go somewhere else. Go be a fan of somebody else and things, but I don't want you to be a fan of me. And I told him that. I was like, I don't want you to be a fan of my channel. Like, you're not welcome here and stuff. So anyways, so he gets mad and stuff. Then he flats out just starts like hating on me and things. Like, I don't even know who he was a fan of at that point, but he just like, every time I was like posting a video, he always left like some crazy comment and stuff. So I think there was one time I had snapped on him, went crazy and things, because like, no, when it gets to a point where I'm like really annoyed, or I'm just getting like really like frustrated or angry at a person, like I will snap on the person. That's why I'm like, I try to keep my cool, but I kind of have like, I don't know, you grow up watching Hulk movies and stuff, it tends to rub off on you. So it just gets to a point where I just get really angry and snap on the person. So I remember I snapped on him. Then some other fans, then they started going off on him and things. Sometime later on that, or no, so no, sorry. So there's a point where he made a video about me and I reacted to it, and I was just over, because he was like, in the video, he was acting weird and he was making all these random noises and stuff, and I'm like, bro, what is this? Like, so I started laughing at him in the video and things. I think that might have been after I had snapped on him. But then, yeah, a bunch of people, they just started seeing that. Then next thing you know, he started crying. He came out, he posted another video, I think it was maybe the next day. He posted another video crying, his eyes out, talking about me and then some other person that was a fan of me at the time. He was just like, oh, they need to leave me alone and things. And so I'm like, no, you brought yourself into this. So it's like, no, it's like, though, the only way you can take yourself out is to stop making videos about a person. Like, just like leave people alone. Like, you over here keep coming back and forth and things, saying some old dumb stuff. Like, go somewhere, bro. So Anyway, so yeah, then he's like, he posted a little video of himself crying, think I was supposed to feel sorry for him or something. I didn't. I'm like, wow. I'm like, I'm like, all right. I guess that's like a trophy to add to the closet or something. Like, look, here's the thing, because I know people are gonna probably be like, you made a kid cry on the internet and stuff. Like, how does that make you feel? When it gets, no, because Glenn was crazy. It gets even crazier with him and stuff. So that's why it's like, overall, back then, now, I never felt bad. I never felt bad at all. But so anyways, then it got to the point where he was threatening me on the internet. Like, he was saying he was gonna kill me. He said he was gonna like tie me up, starve me to death, burn me up. Then he was saying it to like other fans of mine, saying that he was gonna do the same thing to them. The part that where I like snapped on him again was that there is this YouTuber that I used to like, me and him, like, I would say that, you know, we're still friends. He doesn't really post that much. I don't know. I haven't really seen him post at all lately on YouTube, because he used to post all the time, but he streamed something 3 weeks ago. But yeah, I was like, at the time being, I was really good friends with this YouTuber named, well, he goes by YDUUTJ. But at the time being, he used to go by TJ Top Chef. So, yeah, TJ Top Chef, me and him, we'd start hitting it off. Because I remember he contacted me. He said that, hey, can you react to my videos? I'm like, yeah, sure, bro. Because there was another YouTuber, I'm Dante, that had reacted to his videos. So I was like, yeah, sure, bro. I'm like, nah, I seen your, I'm Dante, react to your videos. Your videos is good, man. I'm like, nah, I like those. And so, yeah, me and TJ Top Chef, we ended up becoming friends. And then Glenn, he's still hating on me at the time being. He goes over to, or he tweets TJ, and then starts threatening him. That's where I went off on Glenn. And I think that's where it's like, in this like recent beef that I'm in now, they mention that and things. And then I was just like, and that's why I said, I'm like, if I ever see Glenn, I don't care how old he is, he could be a minor, he could be a full-on adult, I am kicking him in his throat. I really don't care. I'm like, when you start, it's one thing if you threaten me, I don't care. I laugh at it. I find it funny. But when you start threatening people that I know, that's where I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm seriously, I'm like, if I ever see you, or if somebody tells me, I'm sweet chin music in that man, cleaning his throat, like, and I'm hoping that it hurts. In front of his parents, I don't care. Like, cause no, like, I feel like people like that, words ain't gonna get to them, so they need to feel like some like physical damage and things to understand that a person's not playing around. And I encourage you, if somebody is messing with you, join a fighting class, kick them in the throat, okay? Build your strength up, you know, get big on the person, but you at some point gotta kick them in their throat hard. As hard as you possibly can. I know people are like, bro, that's fighting dirty, I don't care. I do not care. I like fighting dirty, fighting clean. The person needs to know that they need to leave people alone. So yeah, at that point I was mad. And I'm like, yeah, if I ever see Glenn, just know that he has like I think the offer ain't as strong as it is today. I think if it was like, if he were to approach me acting even crazy today, I probably wouldn't kick him in the throat. I'll probably just like try to take his shoulder off with a fist or something. So I'm like, it's like something that's like not, it might not leave permanent damage, but he is, I don't know. He might walk away with a bruise or something. He ain't gonna have to, you know, be carried away or something, or be holding onto his throat, choking on the ground. So, I don't know. That's somebody that I wouldn't really necessarily like. And with Clockwork Cyborg, because I remember we ended up do like patching things up. But with Glenn Gregan, I'm like, nah, that's just unpatchable. When you do stuff and things, and then it's like you overall trying to play victim and stuff in the process and stuff. When you're saying and doing things like that, yeah, I'm overall like, I don't know, I don't show no sympathy for him. I'm like, yeah, you're over here threatening me, threatening my fans, threatening my friends. I'm like, yeah, that's not cool. So overall, I didn't. And there was like, I know people was like, well, did I say anything ever threatening to him? I'm like, no, I never said anything threatening to him. All I wanted him to do was to just get off of my channel and stop, like, coming back. Like, just leave me alone. Like, I don't want to be associated with you. I don't want you to be associated with my channel. So just stop coming back. Nobody wants you here, bro. So, anyways, yeah. then that's how that went. And so at that point, we stopped beefing. And then probably one of my most memorable beefs. So I'll tell you guys how this all started, because it wasn't even like I wouldn't say that I threw the first punch. I wouldn't even say I did anything to really make him. I guess in a way I kind of did. But so anyways, there is. I don't know if he's still. I don't even think he's uploading videos anymore. Now I'm looking his name up. Because I don't know if he's uploading videos anymore. No, I think there's like last video he uploaded was 7 months ago. So, dang. Yeah, because it's like even his bio is crazy. But, so no, there's this YouTuber named Minnesota Boy. Now, some of you guys might know who he is. Some of you might not. But anyways, so Minnesota Boy was this YouTuber he was doing good for himself. He really was. I watched some of his videos prior before his most viral video. Excuse me. I watched some of his older videos. I'm like, bro, what happened? Like, what's going on? Like, you had something good here. And I still say that today. I'm like, yo, before he had uploaded this video, he had something going good with his YouTube channel. And I'm like, I really did see hope with him and stuff. But I don't know. Like, I feel like if he comes back, he's going to have a change of heart. He's definitely going to have to change his ways. Like, I don't know. People aren't as forgiving as me. I would have to say, like, because I don't know. I feel like that we kind of did get off on the wrong foot. But it's like, it's more so his fault. But so anyways, Minnesota Boy uploaded a video titled "Dear White People, Why I Hate White People." So he overall made like a racist rant towards white people. And my reaction to it is still up till this day and things. But overall, he was copying the idea of this one girl that did this video called "Dear Fat People." So yeah, she did that video. It was this she's like, I think she is a actress turned YouTuber, but her name is Nicole Arbor and stuff. So yeah, she did this video like talking about like fat people, cracking jokes on them and stuff. And yeah, I was like, wow, that's wild. Like, I was like, that's crazy. A lot of people was reacting to it, and a lot of people didn't overall agree with what she said. So that's why I'm like, why would Minnesota Boy do the same thing as she was doing, but worse? Like, I don't think he realized that there's a lot of white people subscribed to his channel. So I think from what I seen, this dude was close to hitting like 80,000 subscribers or something like that. Lost. He didn't lose all of them, but he did lose like thousands of subscribers and stuff. So I think he got to like maybe 40 something thousand or something like that. And yeah, I was like, bro, why? Why would you do that to yourself? Why would you make a racist rant about white people? That's like, here's the thing. Here's what I have to say. I think he went at that video all wrong. Now, yes, you can make a video like that, but it has to be like, dear racist white people, why I hate racist white people. Because then, you know, you still got like white supporters, and they're all like, oh yeah, racist people are like messed up and things. Like, if you were attacking like just like overall racist white people, ain't nobody gonna be mad about that. There ain't gonna be no consequences behind that. If I came out, I could come out with a rant today talking about a racist group of people. There is not going to be one. It's going to be people that overall agrees with me, because I'm attacking racist people, not white people. So here's the thing. Here's what had like it all went down, because I think he tried to say in the bio like, oh, this isn't like a racist rant or some stuff like that. But in the video, if you watch it, dude was all like, I hate white people, calling them all these derogatory names and stuff. So a lot of his, because when I had made my reaction video to it, and I think it was some time after that, I remember like fans of his was like contacting me saying like, yeah, I asked him why did he do that, and he just overall just started calling me a bunch of racist names and things. I'm like, that's wild. So I'm like, that's crazy. But anyway, so I had made my reaction to it, because I remember, I think I was just like, at that time being when I had started doing like YouTube videos and stuff, I was uploading like 10 videos a day on my main channel, TMossBoss. So, yeah, I was like, you know, just overall just like having people like comment saying, oh yeah, react to this video. So one person commented and they said like, react to dear white people, why I hate white people. I wonder if I can still find that comment. Bro, if I can still find that comment, I swear That would be wild. I'm like, and I will shout out the YouTuber that left the comment, because I'm like, he's the reason why this all started. If he never would have left that comment on my channel, I mean, in a way, I guess it did help me out. But let's see. To dear white people. Dang it, no comments was found. Oh wait, let me try something else. So I think nah, because everybody's commenting on the one video. Yeah, I don't know. I might have even deleted the video that he commented on. So, but anyway, so there's this guy. I can't remember his name, but he commented on one of my videos and was all like, "Oh yeah, react to it." So I did. I reacted to it, and in the video, like, I was just like, "Oh yeah, this is messed up." But I overall was finding it funny because I'm like, "Yo, this dude, he's going off right now." So I was like, I found the video funny, but I did say, I'm like, even though this video is funny, like, it's wrong. Like, you know, it's not cool to just randomly just hate on some, like, on white people and stuff. Especially, it's like, you know, like, even, like, to put your fans in that crossfire, it's like, it ain't cool. Like, it's just like, you're overall attacking all white people, probably because, like, some 9-year-old white kid called them the N-word in Call of Duty. I'm like, nah, bro. Like, I think, what was the reason why he made that video? I can't overall remember, but I think that was the reason and stuff. He probably was getting tired of white people at his job, getting tired of white people on the internet, and yeah, that Minnesota boy, he got the worst end of that stick. Like, I thought I was, but no, he definitely got because so many things happened to that dude afterwards. So, but anyways, so I had uploaded it. It was, you know, getting views and things. I didn't really care too much for that video and stuff. So next day, I think it was either the next day or the day after. The next day or the day after. The day after the next day. So, he contacted me on Twitter, and I think he had asked me why did I react to his video. I was all like, oh yeah, somebody asked me to react to the video. Like, I didn't, you know, I just wanted to see what it was about. And then, yeah, you just make it a racist rant. I didn't agree with it and stuff. So I think he was more so mad at the fact that I didn't agree with it. If I had been all like, oh yeah, I'm with what you're saying, bro, like, yeah, we gotta stick together, Black Power, if I said some stuff like that, he wouldn't have never even attacked me. But so anyways, then he started attacking me on Twitter. Me and him got into a full-on argument and stuff. And then I was just all like, bro, like, I don't even know what I, like, it's my opinion. Like, I'm allowed to have my opinion. Like, because, no, one of my friends, he's not fully white. He's half white and half Guamanian. But that's my brother. That's my brother. I'm like, I consider him more than a brother than anybody else. You know? So that's what I'm like, yeah, I just, like, I'm not going to just randomly start hating on him and half of his family because of your video. Like, no, that's not me. That's not who I am. So anyways, we're going back and forth. And then it was funny, I seen one video where I'm like, is that supposed to, like, hurt my feelings, or is that supposed to be a bad thing or something? But he made this tweet saying, oh yeah, he was like calling me names, like, because he was like calling me like a coon or something, like racist, derogatory black names. I'm like, I don't think it works like that. Black person calling another black person racist names, like, does that count as racism? Because I don't think so. I don't think it does. Like, there was a friend of mine's named Alex, and he's black, and me and him, we always was calling each other racist, derogatory black names. That's all we did in high school. People be so confused, but I'm like, that's just how we communicate. And that was honestly, that's somebody I'm like, yo, like, it's funny. It's just funny, like, hanging out with that dude. That was like one of the first things that he said. He was like, he called us like some racist names. I'm looking at him like, bro, it don't work like that. I'm like, what? And so then after that, I just remember we became like really good friends. But I already had like, you know, years of practice with this friend like calling me racist names and things. So I'm like, I'm like, this ain't really offending me. But no, so he called me some names, and then he made a tweet saying, yeah, he uploads like 7 to 10 videos a day and things. I'm like, well, yeah, because I'm trying to make a name for myself, and I'm also proving to people that anything is possible. Like, I see YouTubers uploading like 1 video a week or 3 videos a week. I can upload 7 videos in a day, so that's just showing, and I'm good at it on top of that. So that's just showing, I'm like, anything is possible. You know, you really talented with this. Of course, you're going to use your talent as much as you possibly can. So he was, me and him, we went at it a few times. We made videos going back and forth at each other and stuff. And then that's where I always had shut down. At that point, I was shutting down every argument that we got into. And it came to the point where he blocked me on Twitter and stuff because I kept asking him to do it. But I was all like, bro, if you really want to prove me wrong, if you really want to, prove yourself right and things, you go up to some white people, in your area, at a mall or anywhere. Go to your local Target, go to your local store. You can go anywhere. Confront some white people and you tell them all the things that you said in the video. And he overall didn't. He never did. I think he did in a way, but it wasn't like how he was in the video. He overall was trying to prove oh, white people are racist. He was pretty much bringing up slavery and how white people did this, white people did that and stuff. And then white people are all oh yeah, I agree. Those are racist white people though. I don't know what I overall did. I'm just sitting here trying to buy me some, some toothpaste. I don't know what I overall did to you and things, but yeah, Minnesota boy, it was crazy though, because I remember as he was hating on me, he had a bunch of people hating on him and stuff. So yeah, it was he was being attacked by a lot of different people and things, black, white, anybody and stuff. So all of that attention just started going towards him. Dude got his YouTube account hacked. He what else did he? Yeah, his and then he just overall got hacked, and so pretty much a person had leaked out his information, his phone number, his address, his actual name. And yeah, Minnesota boy, it was and it was funny. I remember I was right before I was getting ready to go to Vegas. I remember because I stayed up and I was oh, I'll just fall asleep on the plane and stuff. So I'm making videos and things. And then Minnesota, I'm getting a bunch of, because he still had fans though. He still had people that supported him and things. So I'm that to me, that's even more wild. I don't even know who's worse in the situation, the fans or him. But anyway, so he goes and he's doing a live stream about me and stuff, telling all his fans to go hate on my videos. And he's may I remind you, it's 2, 3 in the morning. So, and I don't even know what the time difference is or where he's at and where I'm at, but I would imagine it's either going to be probably, because I live on the West Coast, so if he's somewhere on the East Coast or anywhere else, the fact that you're still up early this morning and stuff, making videos, telling your fans, you can clearly see in the video that he's tired, but he would rather stay up and tell his fans, hey, hate on my videos, or hate on TMossBoss's videos and stuff, because that's the right thing to do, 3, 4, 5 in the morning and stuff. So I'm bro, this dude is weird. But anyway, so the beef between me and him, it kind of came to an end, because I was I think he overall knew that I was right and stuff, and I'm I don't, what did I do wrong? That's why I'm even with the Clockwork Cyborg situation, I'm what did I do? You was making a video trying to expose somebody on a breakup and things. I'm bro, it was a prank. And so yeah, I feel with every beef that I've gotten into, I was always right. There's nothing I ever did wrong and stuff. So that's why I'm I overall don't know what I did wrong, but I'm I think no, overall I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't. So yeah, with me and Minnesota boy, then the beef pretty much came to an end and things, and yeah, from there it was over with. So then after that, then I got into, I didn't even know that a community like this had even existed. But so Glenn Gregan returned, but this time he came with an army. He came with an army and stuff, and I'm and it was Thomas the Tank Engine, that TV show with the talking train and stuff. So he came with that army and things, and yeah, it was there was fans from that community that was hating on my videos and was overall threatening, doing all these other crazy things on my channel and stuff. So I'm man, I thought I was done with this kid, but obviously he still wants to keep going at it and stuff. So anyways, I think I started interacting with these guys, started beefing with them back and stuff. And that's what I noticed, that there was multiple age in this group. So I'm sitting there's one time I'm arguing with a 12-year-old, and I think Glenn at the time, I think he was maybe 12 or I don't know, he was between the ages of 8 to 12 and things. So there was that. And then there's like grown adults that's like 20 to 30 in this community. And I'm like, I know y'all did not talk about, like, see, here's my thing. I feel like this is as far as a grown adult talking to a little kid. I can understand, like, if a fan of mine were to come up to me and be like, oh, TMossBoss, I'm such like a big fan of your videos and stuff. Like, you know, can I get a picture? You know, if they're overall like asking me about YouTube and then all this other stuff, cool. I don't mind that. I don't mind, like, you know, if you want to play video games, that's cool too. But to sit like I feel like the conversations that they were having, I'm like, and if they're overall talking about me, I just feel like that overall was wrong to, you know, like be talking to some kids and stuff. And I'm like, how did this even come about? Like, why are you guys? Because see, here's the thing. That TV show, who watches it? Primarily, who watches that TV show? When did you very first see that show? When you was a kid, right? Tell me why, okay? Tell me why there's like grown people that's portraying themselves as like characters from this show on Twitter accounts and stuff. So I'm like, nah, these are some weirdos, bro. Something ain't right with this picture here. I'm like, nah. I'm like, that's where I'm like, I just Here's what the problem was. Here's how I ended up getting some beef with the Thomas Tank Engine community. So I noticed that there's like little kids and then grown adults like attacking me at the same time, and then they're overall tweeting each other back and things. I'm like, what's this? What's going on here? This ain't normal. Why are you 30-something years old portraying to be some little kids train and stuff on Twitter and things, and then why is this 12-year-old? Why are you guys? What's this interaction here? So I seen it as like, nah, y'all, you a pedophile. That's not normal. What are you talking? Why are you pretending to be a cartoon and stuff and then talking to this kid? Like, nah. That's why I'm like comparing it to like if I were to talk to a kid. I don't have to pretend to be anybody. No, I'm gonna have a public conversation with this kid, so there's nothing that's gonna be going on. I ain't gonna be sliding in this kid's DMs or messaging this kid or any of that stuff. Like, I guess if they needed some help, they needed some like, you know, advice, or, you know, with something like they had some like issues going on in their life and they overall like, oh, you've dealt with it, can we talk and things. If that's the case, then I'm like, okay, that's as far as it will go. But it's just with me, I'm like, I'm over. I just feel like something wrong was just going on at that picture and things. I'm like, nah, this ain't right. I'm like, I don't want no 30-year-old man pretending to be part of some cartoon or pretending to be a character from this cartoon talking to my child. Like, sit down and think about that. You know, you don't really know what this guy looks like. You don't know what he looks like. He's pretending to be a train and stuff. So he's creating this account pretending to be a train, and then he's teaming up with little kids to beef on another grown adult. That, to me, that doesn't really seem right. So then once I remember I came out in the video and I talked about that, and I'm like, bro, these dudes are some pedophiles, bro. Because I'm like, that's not normal. I'm like, that's just, to me, that's not normal. I'm the same age as some of these people, and they're pretending to be cartoons and stuff, and I'm like, that's why. I can understand if you're doing it for like memes and jokes and all that stuff, but like, I don't understand the purpose of this. Like, it doesn't, I don't remember seeing any memes. I don't remember seeing any jokes about that train TV show and stuff. So yeah, I came out in the video, called them, I called the grown adults in there pedophiles and things. And yeah, they got mad about that. So Glenn, I felt like this was his victory over me. Like, he finally got a fan base to hate on me and stuff. So I'm like, at the time, I was just like, I don't understand why you guys are like, you know, grown adults. Like, still, I can understand, you know, if you got your kid with you and stuff, then you watching the show, but you a grown adult watching this show. Like, I don't understand. Like, that's what I'm like, it ain't even really, I don't even know, it doesn't even really seem like it's a joking show. Like, it just seems like it's one of them shows that like help your kid learn and stuff. So I'm like, you 20, 30 years old talking about, oh, I still watch this show to learn things. Like, at the time being, I was like, okay, you know what? Watch your guys' show, have fun, do whatever you want to do and things. I apologize for the comments that I said, but shouldn't you be watching much more adult things? by the time you're like 20, 30 years old, like I said, if your kids are like, oh, dad or mom, watch Thomas the Tank Engine with me, and I'm like, you know what, I ain't got nothing better else to do. Let me sit down and just think some weird, funny things about this TV show. Like, how are the trains talking? Why they got their face in the front of the train? How come the face couldn't be nowhere else? How come these trains, they could come to a complete stop and have a conversation with each other? Like me, I'm going to be thinking some dumb stuff if I'm going to be watching this show, right? I'm going to be thinking like some funny things. Overall, my kid, he's all like, oh, so that's how a train operates. That's what that does. That's what this does and things. Like, he's learning some stuff from the show. But I'm like, what do I overall have to learn about this show? I guess if I'm in the trains and stuff, then maybe I can learn something. But I'm not. And I don't know what else they be. I didn't really watch that show when I was a kid. I was mainly watching like Looney Tunes and Tom and Jerry. I feel like that's probably why I had learning issues when I was in school. Cause I'm like, nah, I'm like, this stuff don't make any sense. If they use like Tom and Jerry examples, I'm like, I get this now. I'm like, if they chasing 3 rats and 1 disappears, how many rats is left? Like, I'm like, okay, 2. I'm like, all right, I understand it now and things. So, but anyways, back on Thomas the Tank Engine. So, yeah, I'm like, I overall just seen it. I was like, yo, y'all are some weirdos, like, talking with kids, and then called them pedophiles. They got upset. And then, yeah, I came out in the video, and I apologized. I'm like, all right, to all the people that I offended in this community and stuff, I apologize. But then they still was, like, running with it, and that's where I'm like, okay, I apologize. So this stuff should have just been shut down and things. Like, I don't know why this is still being brought up and things. So now I'm like, okay, yeah, because, no, I was watching the one video today that kid, hater, whoever he was, and he was all like, oh, I was offended by your comments and stuff. I'm like, okay, well, if you're a grown man talking to kids on the internet, then you pretending to be this train that they're really a fan of and stuff, yeah, that's some pedophile stuff. I'm sorry, but that to me, I'm like, now it's like when I sit down and think about it, I know I wouldn't want my kid to be talking to somebody that I don't know that's a grown adult online, and then they're pretending to be some train that they're watching every single day on this TV show. But it's like, if it's me, so here's the thing, here's how I can like add myself to the example. If it's me, and people know that it's me, so overall, anything that goes down with this kid, people know that it was me. But with this guy, they don't know who he is. So he can take advantage of this kid and know there won't be no traces, nothing. So that's why I'm like, I don't really like the idea of kids talking to adults or adults talking to kids online. That's why it's like, I really try to keep the conversations at a minimum. Like I said, if they're dealing with some issues, like I think I don't even know like how old this girl is, but let's say she was in high school and stuff. But I remember she was talking about like her situation. I think her family got deported and stuff because of this whole Trump situation. So I imagine, she needs just some like words of wisdom, like, something to just keep her like going and things. Because I'm like, yeah, I would imagine that would be hard on any kid. So I sent her a message letting her know like, hey, like, I hope everything is okay. It's overall messed up that this happened to you and things, but I really do hope that you like, that you get through this. Like, I really hope one day you get to see your family again. Because I'm like, I'll do everything. And that's why I'm like somebody like that, where I was like, I would want, like, if I was one of those like famous rich YouTubers and stuff, like, I would want to send her some money. So I'm like, so she can go see her family. I don't know what her current situation is right now. I don't even know if she's in school. I don't even know if this is a kid. This could be somebody like around my age, maybe a little bit older. I don't know. She doesn't really look that old and things, but still though, I'm like, yeah, it's messed up that, you're dealing with some stuff like this. So that's what I'm like, that's as far as the conversations go. But she knows it's me. She knows my like full name, because my full name is plastered everywhere on the internet and stuff. So yeah, my face is plastered all over my Instagram account. So yeah, she knows. So if something were to happen, she knows what I look like. She's seen my face numerous times on the internet and things. I'm pretty sure if she knows of my YouTube channel, yeah, it's like all the evidence. Everybody knows who I am. They know what city I live in. So that's why I'm like, stuff like that, having conversations with kids, I'm like, I got way. It's just, even if I didn't have like no personal information on the internet and stuff, I still wouldn't talk to any kids. But since like kind of like some personal things is out there, like the state that I live in, what I look like, my name, all of that stuff, yeah, then it's like, it'd be pretty easy to find me and things. So that's why I'm like, yeah, it's like, there's no reason for me to talk to kids online. And even if it was like, even if there is a reason, it's to help them with whatever problems that they dealing with in life. So Yeah, but I'm like, with these guys, you're pretending to be trains from a kid's show and then talking to kids. That ain't weird. Like, for those parents out there, how would that make you? Who would you want your kids to talk to? Me, where my name, face, and everything is plastered all over the internet, or somebody pretending to be a train and you don't know this person's name, you don't know where they're at, you don't know anything about them besides their age that they put in their bio, where they're saying, oh, I'm 36 years old, and then they're talking to your 8-year-old child. I'm saying, like, that's just, to me, that's kind of weird. Like, I don't want my kid to be inviting no 36-year-old. Like, and then to give you another, like, you know, question of things, what would you do if your kid invited this dude, this 36-year-old man, over to your house so they can go up to the kids' room and watch cartoons? If that doesn't spell pedophile, I don't know what it spells, but I know that's what it spells in my head and stuff. So yeah, I'm like, y'all, they're like, no, still, I'm like, even though I apologize, I'm like, still, it was weird. It was weird that there's kids and stuff, or there's adults out there talking to kids pretending to be trains and things. So yeah, with that community, I was like, y'all are weird. I had to say, I don't know. In a way, I would have to say, I wouldn't necessarily say that I took an L from that community. I think I did overall prove myself right in that community, but I don't know. It was a draw. I feel like that it was a draw. I feel like that's how it was with Clockwork Cyborg, and that's how it was with the Thomas Tank Engine community. Like, we cut it down the middle. They chilled out. I chilled out. Then the same with me. So it was a draw. But I definitely took a W with Minnesota Boy. Then then it was funny, Minnesota. So actually, no. After that, then that's when I had started beefing with the one person. It was as many times as people would say that I did take an L with him, no, I did not. No, I didn't. They refused to take the L, so they want to put it in their mind that they took a W, but I'm like, no. You guys, as many times as you guys can try to convince yourself, you did not take no W in this argument and stuff, or in this beef that we got going on. But then there's this YouTuber named Just a Robot. Now, Just a Robot definitely one, I say is one of the probably the worst person I beef with, because he tried to destroy my like YouTube channel and stuff. And actually, no, a few of my YouTube channels, like, cause no, so I'll get to it how it all started, or how that it kind of like was revived in a way, but it was much more worse this time around. But so anyways, before I had beef with Just a Robot, I had made this video defending reactors on YouTube, like people that made reaction videos and stuff. So I made that video. Just a Robot, he seen that video, then he made his video about me. And yeah, in the video, I'm like, he's overall just disrespecting the video that I made and then just being rude. And I'm like, what? No. I'm like, I'm not going to support this. And so, yeah, then his fans came on my channel and they all like, Just a Robot said this, did that and stuff. So, yeah, I didn't watch that. I think I watched like maybe a minute of the video, and I'm like, yeah, that video was stupid. And I'm like, I'm not going to watch a whole rant about me and stuff on why he doesn't like reaction videos and things. Because at the time being, there's a lot of other people making videos about why they don't like reaction videos. So I'm like, yeah, it's just another person that just hates reaction videos and stuff. So I'm like, yeah, it's stupid. I'm not going to sit down and watch that. Then I guess it made them upset. There's just like, I didn't watch their video completely and things. I'm like, why? Why should I? There's nothing to watch about it. I'm like, it's a person overall getting mad at the fact that I'm making reaction videos. Why should I watch that? I've seen numerous videos like that before. Why do I need to watch this one? So I'm like, it's nothing different. The only thing that's different is that my name is being mentioned in it and stuff. So that's why I'm like, yeah, I don't really care for that and stuff. So, yeah, me and him, we made videos going back and forth. I was mainly responding to his fans. I didn't really respond to the videos. I mainly respond to the fans and stuff, because whatever they said in the comments is the same exact thing that was being said in the videos. I've seen that stuff numerous times, and so I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna watch a whole video if they're gonna just pretty much spoil it in the comments and things. Maybe if they didn't do that, I probably would have had to watch the videos, but. So anyways, that I think we beefed all the way up until like the end of this summer, so like probably around like September or something like that. And then it stopped. It was over with. So then at that point, I was cool. I was Gucci on YouTube. I was making videos, having fun and stuff. Because I had just started working, so I didn't really have that much time. But yeah, everything was going good. You know, like getting likes, getting views, like it was cool. I liked it and stuff. And so then in December, Minnesota Boy came back. He came back and started trying to beef with me. And that's what he had said. He was spreading the rumor that I had got that I was adopted, and so I'm like, that is the most dumbest and most random rumor that you could. How do you even know something like that? By the way, I'm not adopted. I don't think I am. That'd be crazy if I had one of those switch at birth stories and things. I wouldn't even. How do you even like go about that? Like, dang, so you ain't even my real. Like, that's what you gotta look at them and be like, dang, y'all ain't even my real parents. Like, I've experienced the whole life with y'all. Like, I'm like, nah, like, y'all are my parents. Like, I don't like this. I would not like that, because I'm like, nah, this should have been discovered years ago. So I'm like, I ain't had a whole, like, commitment to this family and stuff. So, yeah, I'd be all like, nah, I hope I ain't switched at birth and things. But anyways, so, yeah, he was, like, going around saying I was adopted. And I'm like, bro, that's stupid. And I'm like, I'm not adopted, so I don't know where this overall comes from and stuff. So at the time being, I think I did like gain a significant amount of subscribers since the last time me and Minnesota Boy had beefed. So yeah, so me and Minnesota Boy were, kind of going back and forth in like comments, Twitter and YouTube and stuff. Then that's when Just a Robot felt like that he needed to chime in. So at the time being, I guess, yeah, Just a Robot seen Minnesota Boy's video and then was going, I think he had either already made a video on Minnesota Boy or he was going to make a video on Minnesota Boy. I think he was going to make a video on Minnesota Boy. And yeah, I'm like, that, I'm going to tell the story. So anyways, so yeah, Just a Robot chimes in. I'm like, bro, you're not needed here. It's like, you never was needed here, so you can just go. I'm like, there's no reason for you to be here and stuff. So me and him, we're going back and forth in the comments. And I'm like, bro, why are you here? Like, there's no reason for you to be here. Like, there is nobody even talking about you. Like, you were not being mentioned at all. So I'm like, I didn't mention you in any videos during that time. I didn't talk about you at that time. So why are you here? What's the reason for you to be here and stuff? And then he was all like, oh, I want to cut a deal with you. Then he was just all like, I offer you advice. And I'm like, you know what? No, I am not cutting any deals with you. I don't care what advice you have to give me on how to grow a YouTube channel. I've read articles, books, watched videos on how to grow your YouTube channel. Whatever you got to say is most likely not going to be any different. So whatever advice you got to give to me, no, I ain't having it. So that sent him off. He just went off in the comment sections at that point. So I'm looking, I'm like, bro, where's this energy coming from? I'm thinking in my head, like, you wouldn't even talk like this to a person face to face. So I'm like, why? Where's this energy coming from? I'm like, I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, bro, you need to calm down and relax. Like, there is no reason for you to be acting like this because of some. That's where I'm like, man, it's funny to me how much I thought about this with the TV show Walking Dead. And it's just like kind of like, I don't know, it's still on subject, but getting off subject a little bit. But it's just crazy how the environment that you're in would seriously consume your mind. Like, I'm sitting there watching Walking Dead, and I'm like, bro, how is these guys like normal day-to-day people, had a job, had a family, what else? Like, they had some normal lives, and then all of a sudden, they wearing zombies' faces, walking with other zombies and stuff, just acting weird. And I'm thinking in my head, like, with comparing Just a Robot to that and things, how is it that you allowed this character that you portray on YouTube just consume who you are as a person? Like, if this is who you are as a person, bro, you need a reality check. You seriously do. Like, I'm thinking in my head, like, bro, who has this type of energy on YouTube and it ain't even overall getting you anywhere? Like, that's where it's like, you must be desperate for attention. Like, seriously, all of those guys, all his fan base. And so I had made a video talking about this situation. I'm like, yeah, he tried to offer me advice. I didn't want it. Told him to go away and stuff. And then, yeah, he he got like a group of fans. And I guess they was just going to make it a lifelong commitment that they're just going to hate on my channel every time I uploaded videos, start up rumors and lies about me and things. And then, yeah, overall, they just led into a 4-year-long beef of me defending myself on everything that they tried to accuse me of. So yeah, from there, I would kind of compare that they're like the villain Avengers and stuff. Like, everyone did their part, but I'm like, it's like the opposite. Like, I'm good Thanos and they bad Avengers and stuff, but they trying their hardest to like get rid of me and things. I'm like, bro, I can't wait for the day I just snap my fingers and they can just all disappear and stuff. Like, dang. I'm like, I'll be so happy, like, just when that time comes, like, I'm just gonna be so happy where it's like, you know, stuff like this, like, every time when I go onto YouTube, like, this ain't the first thing I see, like, I want to just see something different and stuff. So yeah, it's just weird how people carry on YouTube and stuff. I'm like, y'all are doing this for what? Like, it ain't even like I'm a famous YouTuber, so that's why I'm like, I don't understand how you guys are like, what are you gaining from this? Like, there in my videos, like, I guess with maybe the smaller channels, like, I'm like their most viewed video, but with the channels that's like maybe roughly the same size as me, or bigger than me, because Just a Robot, I remember at the time being, and I still kind of just see him as that small channel because he acts like it. He doesn't act like a channel that's bigger with than a person. He acts like one of those like small little channels and stuff. And so anyways, he acts like his channel is smaller than me, the way he carries on and stuff. I'm like, bro. But my thing is, it's like, I'm not even your most viewed video, but you still make videos on me acting like you're gaining something from this. So that's why I'm like, yeah, y'all are different. Y'all are seriously different. As many times I know people, I'm like, they just be like, why do they still watch your videos? Why do they still, like, I'm telling you guys, they will watch my videos, claim that they're giving me criticism, dislike the video and stuff, and then they're expecting me to sit down and listen to everything they have to say, and I'm like, no. You guys are hating on me for no reason whatsoever, and then you guys come up with some lie or some story like the one that they don't even really talk about anymore. Because I straight up, like, I've debunked that argument so many times, like, but no, so that, I remember I was at work. This girl contacted me, I guess, like, from their fan base and things. Yeah, it was obvious that it was from their fan base. But anyways, she contacted me, is blowing up my Twitter, and I'm like, yo, what's the problem? And I guess, yeah, that day it was, like, National Suicide Day, or National Suicide Prevention Day. And so, yeah, it wasn't National Suicide Day. That was that would be a bad holiday. But anyways, so yeah, it was like National Suicide Prevention Day, and she contacted me, or I was like, I had made a tweet saying like, hey, if y'all feeling suicidal, contact me. I'll give you some, like, you know, words of wisdom, some advice, something to just, you know, keep you going and things. Like, get them suicidal thoughts out of your head and stuff. So, their little test monkey came out and pretty much contacted me and stuff and was like, oh, I'm feeling suicide, and just kept saying that over and over and over again. So I'm like, okay, chill out, start all over. What's the problem? I'm feeling suicidal. I'm like, okay, we've established that you're feeling suicidal. So what's the reason of you feeling suicidal? Bad breakup, bad family members, your cat just died, your dog just died. What's the problem? And yeah, she just kept saying, like, I'm feeling suicidal. I'm like, okay, well, until then, like, don't tweet me anymore, like, because you're not even telling me what the problem is. I'm like, I would like to help you, but you're making it impossible for me to help you. So I'm like, stop contacting me. And then, then I know they was all like, oh, because I think that was what they were saying, like, I had blocked her all those times. I'm like, no, she got her account suspended because she kept spamming a person's Twitter account. I looked into that, and they was like, yeah, when you spam a person on Twitter and things, your account I think it was locked, or it was, like, suspended for a moment or something like that. But anyways, yeah, I blocked her, like, that one time, and that was it. I'm like, I'm not going into that anymore. But yeah, then they made a video about it and things. I'm like, all right, well, I mean, I defended myself. I was like, I tried helping the girl, but she acted like she didn't want no help. So that's why I'm like, all right, forget it. So I'm like, still till this day, I don't know what was wrong with that girl. But then that's how I knew the situation was fake, because somebody right after that had contacted me and then was like, oh, I'm feeling suicidal. I'm like, okay. I'm like, all right, it ain't even the day anymore. But I'm like, all right, I know where this is heading and stuff. So, I was just like, all right, what's the problem? And then I think he was talking about how he bullied people in school and things. I'm like, oh, well, then just contact those people and things and just apologize and stuff. He was like, it's not that easy. I'm like, it is easy. You're feeling bad for what you did, and now it's a way for you to go and contact them and apologize. That's all you have to do and stuff. So something told me, let me see who he's following. Like, go check who he's following. Sure enough, he's following, like, 2 people that I'm currently beefing with on YouTube. Or, I mean, at the time, I don't know. I wouldn't even necessarily say I'm beefing with them anymore. They can make a video about me. I'm like, bro, the video is dumb and stupid. Like, you want to leave the video up, then go ahead. But I'm like, it's not going to be a video I'm going to sit down and entertain and things. So, anyways, yeah, but he was following 2 people that I was beefing with. and it was just a robot and this other guy. I'll get to the other guy and stuff, but I'm like, why are you following those guys? Like, why are you following them and then you're going to tweet me and stuff? And this is right after the whole incident with the other person. He was all like, I don't have to answer that. I don't have to answer those questions. And I'm like, all right, well, get blocked. And so I was all like, well, it's like you ain't going to answer the questions, so you might as well get blocked. So I blocked him. And then with the other guy, the last guy, he's the one that everybody's like currently mentioning on my channel and stuff. But so there's this guy named Joshua. I can't say his last name. I'm even going to try to pronounce his last name. But anyways, there's this dude named Joshua. So originally, it was like a Glenn Gregan situation. He was pretending to be a fan of me, but I think he overall just hated my guts and stuff. So that's why I thought he was a fan, because he even reacted to a video I had did. So I was doing these videos, like try not to laugh challenges, because I really love those videos. And yeah, I made that video. He reacted to it and stuff, and he laughed at some things. Then he was criticizing some stuff, and I'm like, all right, no big deal. I'm like, he did his thing and stuff. Then it was after the situation with the whole suicidal girl. Then he's like in the back seat of a car, like screaming to the top of his. It wasn't even really screaming to the top of his lungs. Bro acted like he was acting that whole video out, like he was reading the script or something. Like he didn't really seem upset. Like, his upset was like me joking around. So I'm like, bro, are you really upset? Because if this is how you act, I'm like, bro, you need to get a little bit more angrier. I'm sorry, but it's like, you can't be carrying on like that. So, yeah, after that, then the beef kind of like died down with him, like after I had made that video and things. But he still would like continuously make videos about me and comment on my videos and support other people that was making hate videos on me. So then that's when I came up with the idea, well, I'm just going to start roasting these guys, because I love roasting people. That's why I've been doing my whole life, is roasting people. My own friends, my own family, I will roast anybody. Don't really care either. So anyways, so I had roasted him, and it was like roasting hater for like 20 minutes or something like that. And I just went through his channel and just like was like clicking on. I think I clicked on some videos, but then I clicked. That should have been a video I should have just skipped and just left alone and things. But anyways, so he in the video, it just looked like he was just in a bar just singing. I thought dude was drunk, and I'm like, wow. I'm like, for somebody, usually they don't. Excuse me, people don't be acting like that when they're drunk, but just like, I mean, well, they do, but it's like usually like if a person's gonna post like a drunk video, they're gonna be like running around, knocking things over, falling all over the place. Like, this man's drunk in a bar, like just singing and stuff. So I'm like, I don't approve of this type of drunk. Like, this is like some old depressing drunk. So turns out that I guess that the video was because at the time being, look, I know people ask like, did I know? No, I didn't know. So that's why it's like, everybody that's saying that I knew, I didn't. So stop saying that, like, because everybody, you can go back in that video. So the video, I guess it was a tribute to his mom, and I guess probably before she had passed away, and I didn't know that. But they making it seem like that, oh yeah, you knew that, you made fun of his dead mom and things. I'm like, I didn't. I made fun of the way he was singing and the way he was acting. I didn't know that his mom had passed away. I think a person would know that if a person would know that, they wouldn't even have said anything about the video. So yeah, they just made it seem like, oh yeah, I had problems with his mom. And I'm like, there's no disrespect to his mom. It's just the son, he just doesn't know how to act when he has internet access. I'm like, yeah, it's just, he's one of those, even though he's a grown man and stuff, I think he is, I don't know, but he doesn't need internet. There's just people in this world that just don't need internet access and stuff. So it's like, you're going to act like this on the internet and things. Like, and that's the thing about it. It's like, I'm not that person, but what if I was that person? What if I did? I was like, oh, they just gave me the tools to make fun of a person's mom? I'm like, okay, then I'm just going to use that to my advantage and things. Like, I could have been that person, but I'm not. I actually care about people. So once when I did realize, or once when people were telling me like, oh, that was a tribute video for his mom, it wasn't until, and that's why I'm like, man, I swear, y'all do anything after a video, but it wasn't until after a video was made, because I don't think anybody else knew that that was a video for his mom either. It wasn't in the description, it wasn't in the title, it wasn't anywhere in that video. So it wasn't until after I think it was either him or somebody else had made a video and was just like, bro, that was a tribute thing for his mom. And I'm like, oh, I didn't know. Like, yeah, I guess I'm sorry. I'm like, you know, it's pretty messed up what I did there and things. I'm like, I made like, you know, I disrespected the one thing that you were like trying to like show respect for and stuff. So yeah, I apologize. But then he started running with the story saying that I was disrespecting his mom. And I'm like, dude, that was not the case. You know that wasn't the case. You know I didn't say anything about your mom throughout that whole video. I think the only thing that I did say about his mom was that, and it wasn't even acknowledging the, like, you know, the fact that she passed away. I didn't even know that at the time being. So if you watch that video, and there was other videos prior before that, I always had said, because I always had talked about the first video he made on me when he was like screaming in the backseat of the car. So I will always say like, oh yeah, the dude was like in the backseat of his mom's car screaming. That's the only time I had mentioned his mom. But anything about her passing wasn't until after I had found out that she passed away. So that's why I'm like, yeah, don't sit here and try to make it seem like that I knew, knowing that I didn't know. And I'll bring that clip back up and show people this was me not knowing that his mom was dead. So yeah, I'm like, then they're all like, oh, the more you keep bringing it up. I'm like, no, the more I keep bringing it up, you guys is always commenting and talking about this on YouTube. So I'm like, man, don't sit here and try to turn this on me saying I'm always bringing it up. You guys is always bringing it up. This man, I'm like, y'all, please stop it. Like, please stop it. Because I'm like, I ain't even hearing it with y'all. That's what I'm like, man, the people that I've dealt with on YouTube, I'm like, y'all are some weirdos, bro. Each and every one of them. And it's like with this last beef, people are like, I know despite me getting hate all across my channel and every other channel I own, do I think I took an L? No, I didn't. I came up with a legitimate argument that was successful with everything that they tried throwing at me, and this goes with this last hate group and every other hate group. I know I'm not wrong in any of the hate that I've received. I'm like, it's just overall them just not knowing what else to do, and yeah, they're all like, oh, best thing to do is just hate on him. And I'm like, yeah, y'all are some weirdos. But anyways, yeah, that was all the hate. Until next time, I guess, you know, the next person that finds a reason to hate on me and stuff. I'm like, man, if this is gonna be, I think maybe it's probably best if I dealt with all this stuff now, and then in the future, like, I ain't gonna really have to deal with this stuff no more. Then I can just be like the next, like, David Dobrik or somebody, you know, just then there's a one YouTuber I've been watching, and like, he's been pretty inspiring. It's his name is like Fredo, but he goes by like Pretty Boy Fredo on YouTube. But yeah, he's like doing all these things for his group of friends. I'm like, man, how come I couldn't have been them? Like, I'm over here struggling and stuff, and I'm like, like, come on, man, like, let me do something here. But anyways, yeah, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. If you're viewing this on YouTube, like and subscribe. And if you're viewing this on the podcast streaming service, make sure you follow or subscribe, however it's set up. And if you're purchasing tickets from SeatGeek, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss. It will knock $20 off your first purchase. And that being said, I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you for watching and or listening, and peace.